On June 2nd, 1995, the day after a big storm went through the town of Franklinton, Louisiana, Gary Burris was removing the debris it had left behind on his property.
I had plenty of work to do because the storm had blown some trees down. The size of the tree itself is not that large, but the diameter of the roots around it, I believe it's the largest I've ever seen. I didn't see anybody around at that particular time, you know, that would be in danger. I heard my grandson holler, "Papa."
You okay? Where's Frank?
And that's when I realized that he was trapped under that tree.
7-year-old Ishmael had been playing on the tree roots with his 9-year-old brother Gregory.
We was jumping on a sandy tree, his back, and he disappeared.
I dropped to my knees, and I started digging with my hands, and I screamed, "Somebody help me, please. Somebody."
Say something.
I reached his head. It was a relief to me, but his head was face down. I told him to try to hold your head up out of the water to keep from drowning. By that time, my son had got out there.
Gregory and Cassandra Burris came running from their house next door when they heard what had happened to their oldest son.
I couldn't even see him until I called out to him, and then he answered. That's how I knew he was still alive. And I said, "Lord, Lord, please don't take my son."
Come on, baby. Hang on. Take deep breaths.
I found his hand. I dug under with my hand and to find his and everything, so I can hold his hand. Because I felt he needed me then more than ever.
Sure. Watch it. I'm gonna see if I can get a little pressure under that.
When I brought the shovel, I realized by digging, more water would flow into the area, may cause him to drown.
Washington Parish Sheriff's Deputy Rick Corkin was one of the first rescue workers to get to the scene.
Our basic concern was to keep the child calm.
How you doing, man?
Shock is always a problem, especially with a young child like that.
Volunteer firefighter Chip McVeigh had responded from his home nearby.
With the force of that tree and the possibility of back or internal injuries, there was a good chance that this little boy was not going to make it. He was going to die there on the scene.
Soon after, firefighters, including Patrick Bourgeois, arrived with the jaws of life.
It looked like the tree was trying to eat him. The roots actually looked like arms that had reached out and wrapped around the kid and pulled on him, and it literally looked like he was being swallowed up into the hole. It was kind of bizarre.
I was scared because I thought my brother was going to die under that.
All we needed was 6 or 8 inches just to be able to pull him out. You could feel the anticipation increasing as the strap tightened.
Okay. Coming up. Keep coming with it. All right. Watch your head, man. Watch your head.
When the cable snapped, everything in me dropped. It was like for a moment that there was no hope. It was like a moment of silence. You know, everybody was like, now what?
I thought that was the end. Because with all that pressure, I don't see how he could survive.
We knew time was running out. We were getting desperate to get him out from under there. the sheriff's deputies suggested that we just do away with all the modern tools and go back to what God gave us to start with, our most basic rescue tool, and that was our hands.
Paramedic Steve Barnes was one of the 25 rescue workers on the scene.
The adrenaline that was flowing in us was just unreal by this time. And we all grabbed a hold of the tree, not realizing we would ever budge it.
Come on, come on, come on.
And I heard him say, "We got it." And my wife said, "Is he dead?" He was alive. Thank God.
It was almost like this little boy was actually being born from underneath this stump. Here we were waiting like expectant fathers, waiting, and then all of a sudden we hear those words, "He's out."
9-year-old Gregory Burris Jr. was examined at Riverside Medical Center by a team of doctors.
I was expecting for him to say he's going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life. And when he said, there's no broken bones, he's had a good, checkup and everything, he said, it's nothing. I think my husband and I both, we sighed at the same time. It's like, yes, And my son even started smiling.
The stump stayed on me for an hour, and then when I got out, I couldn't move my legs. I told them I was hungry, and then they said, "What you want to eat?" And I said, "I want some steak and potatoes."
Gregory's a very lucky boy. I look at it as a miracle. It had to have been. That's the only thing that can explain it, that he come out from under the tree without a scratch.
A lot of people was helping me, and I was real thankful for that. I love my grandpa because he saved me because he got me from under that tree.
The best thing that you can do is never let your guard down. Always watch your children. If I had one thing to say to all those people that helped rescue my grandson, thank you. It was a wonderful job that you've done.
Overhand.